Howdy, this is the glorious return of Scott Francis, and in this little clip of Doom, we're going to be talking about while loops. I keep doing loops because loops are fun and they make the world go round. And loops go round. We like loops. But yeah, I'm going to, once we talk about how while loops work in Java. Huzzah. And we're just going to be going over some of the basic syntax and an example. And here we go with the syntax for a while loop. It is quite simple. While condition, which has to be a boolean, so outputs a true or false. Then the glorious curly braces that thing's got to be inside of. Then our loop body with our semicolon. It's pretty simple, but what it does basically, as long as this condition is true, it repeats this over and over and over again, and doesn't stop until this is no longer true, meaning it's pretty easy to accidentally put yourself into an infinite loop of doom. Be careful not to do this, it is quite annoying. Next, we got a cute little example. Some syntax, so we're setting the integer a to 4, and so while a is greater than 2, which 4 is, because if a was not greater than 2, this just doesn't go. It's kind of like an if-then statement. So if a is 1, this sees that a is not greater than 2, skips the whole thing. But so while a is greater than 2, we're going to print out a, and then de-increment, so the opposite of an increment a. So it's going to go print out 4, a turns into 3. 3 is still greater than 2. Print out Oh no, spoilers. Print out 3, then it turns into 2. 2 is not greater than 2, so the loop ends and continues with whatever else you're doing with the glorious program. So that's what a second ago, but a surprise, a second thing, a do-while loop. It's like a while loop, but basically instead of being an if-then statement that checks at the beginning, it checks at the end. So it always executes the body at least once, so the body can potentially set up the condition to repeat itself. Pretty useful. So condition, body, so it always does body once and then checks before repeating again. So for this one, it's a bit of a more complicated example. We're setting that to 0. So as long as so first we print out a, so it'll print out 0. Then it will set a to a random number using math.random, which math.random always does between 0 and 1, and this checks while a is greater than 0.5. So 50% of the time it will repeat again. Yeah, and that's the glorious while and do while loops. Huzzah, have a nice day.